Grand Rising Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot E-Magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, views, subscribes, comments, donations, everything. I appreciate it all. We're going to ring the bell. We're going to clear out the energy and we're just going to see what the message the Spirit has for us this morning. It's going to be a quick read. This is before I go to work and do my straight eight. We're just checking the energy. Mm. Whenever I was thinking of surprises, that's whenever I heard Sasha. So I'm gonna say that's confirmation. Some surprises are afoot. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody's thinking about coming in quickly. Quickly. I feel like they want to offer you this cup of love because they've had something to think about and now they are in deep regret because they did some type of strike against you, not knowing that you were strong enough to stand on their own against your heart. And now against your love, and now they're the ones that are in regret because the wheel of fortune has turned in your favor. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody wants to put something to rest. They no longer want to come in and be and do some strikes against you or act wild or crazy. They actually want to come in. They want to give to you, and then they want to, be at peace with you. Because somebody's watching you, and they see that you know what, you are their sunshine. You're their happiness, and they know that you completed this cycle alone by yourself. That's why they no longer want to do this crazy stuff because now they're realizing no matter what they do to you, it's not affecting you, it's only affecting them. Can't make this up. Whatever they was doing to you was only affecting them, not you. That's why somebody wants to put something to rest because they see that you closed that cycle door and you kept moving forward. Now someone wants to come to you. Now they want to be a part of this union. Now they want to, like I said, they want to give to you. They want to have that equal give and take. They want to have that reciprocity, but they most of all they want to have peace, peace in their heart, peace in their mind. They want to feel some peace in their soul. Oh, it's too many, but I'm gonna take the one that was upright. Was facing me. Yeah, if somebody wants to give you this apology, you know, they know that you know what they was doing. That fish is out the cup. You know, it's like they wasn't able to control their emotions at that time. They was so young and immature, they wasn't able to control their emotions. What's the message? Yeah, this person didn't even look at you as the empress. It's like this person had a bad view of you. But you know what? You told this person about themselves. They thought that they was being cloaked. They thought they was being sneaky. Like you couldn't sense their energy. You couldn't tell how they were by how they were treating you. This person um they forgot about cycles in life. They forgot about they're not the first one to ever do anything and they won't be the last one. They forgot about you already experienced this type of person before, this type of situation, this type of experience, something, especially whenever it comes to relationships. Good morning, Bradsy. Bragsy, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, somebody they didn't have a good opinion of you. They and this is somebody that you could have lived with, could have been a part of a family. worked at the same company or something. I'm feeling more living family type of situation. It's like, this entire family was sitting back like almost working together so that you couldn't really get anything. Like you would almost have it, but you would never ever really get the full thing. Something would never really work. And it was like these people were working together to try and keep you in that position, always in that Seven of Pentacles. They wanted to keep those Three of Pentacles so that you never reach your full potential. But it didn't work. Because look at you now. Look at you now. Spirit made a way out of no way. Spirit told them to move. Move. What's the message? Yes. And Spirit moved you. Can't make this up. Spirit moved you out of the way. Because now Spirit is getting ready to, everything that those people said, everything that they did, all those foolish moves and everything, their Spirit is bringing that all back to them. Now they have to deal with this. They're dealing with the consequences of their own actions, of their words. And they thought that you didn't know. You knew. Not only did you know, look, the Spirit made sure that you knew, that you were confident enough, that you were it's like whenever you know something, you cannot unknow it. You just have to have the power within yourself to move on. See, they wanted you to worry. They wanted you to worry, but instead, you wasn't going to worry. You knew that the truth was going to come out. Those secret enemies, they were going to be coming towards you. They were not going to be able to not. It was just a matter of time. But like I said, they were trying to take your happiness away. They didn't want you to reach your full potential. They didn't want you to be able to contact or connect with your ancestors and your spirit guides. But that didn't work because they didn't know that you were already connected. You were already there. You were already there, so there was nothing that they could do. But they tried. Confirmation they tried. And you were already there. What's the message? Now this person, like I said, they want to have peace. Now they want to go within. Now they want to find some answers within. They want to quietly go away because the your power, that it's like you returned whatever this person sent to you. You returned it to them. And then they were so confident that they was going to be able to send something out to you that was supposed to have taken you down, was supposed to have just totally dismantled your stability. But see, once again, not thinking it was coming back. Are we reconnected? Looks like we are. They sent something out there not thinking it was coming back. But you knew about it. You knew who was doing what. That's why you felt like you needed to leave. You knew you needed to leave. This could have been somebody that you, as part of your family, supposed to have been the leader of the family. Even that person wasn't right. Because you know what? They have been just secretly dogging you, secretly, going against you, that they even secretly lying about you, that they was even starting to believe their own fucking lies. That's why you had to leave. Yes, this person was acting like they speaking highly of you, but really not speaking highly of you at all, really leaving you out in the cold. This is somebody who was supposed to have been a leader, who was not being a leader at all. Like I said, they did so much bullshit lying on you That they started to believe their own lies. But something about this person who was purposely really trying to create chaos in your life, this person is now stuck in this cycle. They ain't going nowhere. They're not going nowhere. It's like the more they try and get loose, the tighter the grip gets. It's like they cannot explain it away enough. And that's what someone is trying to do. That people see that it's like their ego that got in the way. And now it's almost like someone is trying to make a deal with the Most High. But it's like something about this energy that they sent towards you secretly. Like I said, they felt like they was going to be able to get away with this, but they didn't know that it was sent back to them. And like I said, now they're stuck. They can't explain it away. It's like they try to take your inheritance. They wanted to do a destiny swap. That's exactly what this person wanted, was to do a destiny swap with you. That's why they said, they started doing these things whenever you were young, years ago. They started doing these things so that people would wouldn't believe you, would rally around them. Like everybody was like, oh well, you know what? If the King of Wands is saying it, this shit gotta be true. Hey, Red Violet, welcome back. And so people started leaving you. People started walking away from you because they felt like, oh, you was just being too emotional. You was just doing this. You was not, because somebody had already put out some bad business on you. What's the message? Yeah, now they cannot explain the shit away. They put out bad business towards you. They can't explain it away. They wanted you to be heartbroken. They wanted you to be distraught. They wanted you to be just completely skid row. They wanted you to be living in skid row so that they could tell everybody, see, I knew what I saw whenever this person was younger. I told you they wasn't going to be nothing. They was just going to be a 304. They was going to be a beggar. They was a thief. I told you. But people are like looking at this person now confused. Like side-eye confused. Because you're nothing like that. Nothing like that. You're very loving. It's like the way you show up, your presence commands attention. Your presence commands respect. Just you being who you are, walking with your back straight, your shoulders back, you command respect. And now this person, they're all upset. They're in regret because of something that they chose to do. And they were doing this for a long time. It's like this person for forever was discounting you, like because they didn't see who you were. They didn't see who you were, the gift that they were being given. And now all these tricks, this little someone thought they would to play all these little games, these little magical games. They was going to try and do all this, create this spell over you, and you was not supposed to know about it. You were supposed to be able to listen to the words that they say and take comfort in the words that they say, even though they're trying to manipulate you and manipulate everyone else about you, the type of person that you are. Now it's not working. Now it's not working. Everyone's seeing what somebody was doing. You know, how somebody was acting, what somebody was saying. And now everybody's looking at this person. This could have been somebody's father figure. Now everybody is looking at this person and they figuring out what this person did it for. Once again, can't make this up. They are figuring out the truth of what the person did it for. And it was all to make someone else feel stuck, make someone else feel less than, like they weren't worth anything. But this person just got themselves stuck. They got themselves in that pickle. Someone is waiting for some money to come in. They are waiting for a large sum of money to come in. They've been waiting for a while and they don't know why it's not happening yet. It's like they keep checking, to see, is it still on its way? What's going on? Like something is not happening. Something's happening. It's not doesn't feel right to this person. And you know why? Because now this person, it's like they're in a position where they're going to have to fight for something that they really want. Fight to clear their name, fight for this, fight for that. And they may not be able to win that battle. They may not win the battle. Something about something from the past, a direction that somebody decided to go, or a direction that this person is now deciding to go. Because everything is out in the open about, how they were trying to throw this shit at you. Talk about you. Throw shit on your name. And everybody knows. They're embarrassed. They're really embarrassed because everybody knows that this person was talking shit about you all because of what they wanted. They had agreed. Everybody knows what it was all about. Money. That was it. Money. That was it. Like they say, money is the root of all evil. And it truly is. It's not a bad thing, but you know what? It's the people that are being so greedy for it. They're willing to take out their own family members, their children, their parents, their grandparents, their cousins, their aunts, uncles, their best friends, all for what? Something that you won't get to keep anyway once you take it, because just because you took it don't mean you get to keep it. You take it from somebody else and somebody bigger than you comes and takes it from you. Then what? You still don't have enough. It just still didn't work out. What's it all for? Hey, Queen Jade, how are you? Let's see who else. What's it all for? It's Queen of Cups. Very intuitive. But you knew what it was all for. You knew what somebody was working towards. You knew what somebody's plan was. Why somebody was doing something. You knew why somebody was doing something. And you knew who was encouraging them too. Because they wanted a piece of the pie. But now those that were encouraging them find out that there was no pie. There was no pie. And if there was a piece of the pie, they was never even going to get a piece of it, because everybody thought if we add to this, if we do this, we'll get a piece of this pie. We'll have our own piece. They'll never be able to get their full piece of the pie, because we'll have a piece of their pie. We'll take their pie and they'll be sad. No, they just found out they fucked themselves, because there really was no pie. There was no money. There was no will. There was no big lump sum of gold. That's why somebody's waiting and waiting and waiting. And they're going to be waiting. Hey, Grand Rising AJ. See, somebody should have been loyal to somebody that was loyal to them. Somebody should have been loyal to somebody that didn't have a problem being truthful with them. Somebody should have thought about that give and take, that reciprocity, that where all the money was going whenever they had an opportunity. But instead, they thought they was going to get the most of it and they was going to leave somebody else out. Well, Judgment Day is here. And it just ain't working out like that. In fact, somebody did some research finally. And you know what they found out? They finally looked into to try and find all the court papers, the wills, the documents, to sign this, to sign that, to sign this, and to sign that. And what they found out was nobody left them shit. They said, when I die, that's it. Y'all should have been, instead of waiting around for my money, y'all should have been trying to get on your own grind. See, this person thought that they was going to take your spiritual gifts. They thought they was going to block something. They was going to try and create this unhappy home life for you. They was trying to do everything. Like I said, somebody, they was trying to destiny swap with you, and they wanted you to appear to be the devil. Now somebody's looking back on everything and they see, you know what? They should have stuck with you. This is somebody you've known for a while. This is somebody that knows they're looking at their life in review, and they remember from whenever y'all was young, when y'all was kind of first starting out, and they thinking this is where y'all could have been now. But instead, they want to try and be greedy and plan some shit out and thinking they getting ready to go somewhere and get all this money by tomorrow because somebody promised them something. Said, you know what? You like money, don't you? You like this gold, don't you? All you got to do is listen to me. Listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth. Grand Rising J Mike. And that's where somebody got stuck thinking they was about to get your piece of the pie. Not able to even see that you already had the entire pie. Somebody was trying to trick them out they spot, and you already had the entire pie. And this is this person not seeing that you have the entire pie and getting tricked out they spot. And these other three greedy motherfuckers thinking that they gonna get a piece of the pie, of your pie. Spirit said, no, I'm cutting all that shit off. All that shit was done. And they all getting karma. Everybody's getting karma. Now it's like I said, they all started off thinking that they was going to come up against you, you know, and you defended yourself. They had this great idea that they was going to come up against you. You defended yourself. Then they were sitting here waiting for the ships to come in. When the money boat coming? When the money's supposed to come? When the boat's supposed to be here? When the boat's supposed to dock? Not knowing that somebody was lying the entire time. He the only one that had the money. He was the only one. And he was spending it. Now the truth come out. And the truth come out possibly about somebody bought a new car. Somebody bought a new ride. And people was like, hold up. How all of a sudden you get this 2026 Maserati with all the bells and the whistles when we still drive it around in a 1972 Volkswagen, not the collector's edition, just the old shit. Yes, people are looking at this person like, oh, this person took all the glory and all the money and left them with nothing. Snaked them all. Snaked them all. And then walked away. Now everybody's like, oh, we've been duped. Yes. Now somebody's like, damn, I would have had my wish fulfillment being with you. The one that they looked like, oh, we don't want to be with that one. That one's by themselves. But you know what? This one was receiving God's love. This one had Archangel Michael fighting their battles. So someone's realizing that although they didn't want to be, they was afraid to, they saw you standing by yourself, standing alone. They was like, oh, I don't want to be on the losing team. Too late. You was already on the losing team. Not wanting to be on the losing team. You know? Let's see who else. Hey, K Hyphy 214, how are you? Carla, how are you? Thank you so very much. Yeah, somebody, they didn't want to be on the losing team only to find out they was on the losing team. Now somebody's like they want to close a chapter. They want to move. They do. It's like this person wants to start over somewhere else. They feel like, they need to start completely over somewhere else so that they can finally get their wish fulfillment. Now that this person, it's like they're looking at you totally different and totally different. You talk about somebody that's looking at you with a lot of respect now, a lot of respect, because they know that, you know what? You knew they was lying. You knew they were lying and doing you wrong and not being right and everything else. And that's why you walked away. You knew somebody was trying to snake you and they wanted to have you stranded alone by yourself. You knew that. They didn't, but you did. But they do now. Because all that false shit that they thought they was building up with this person, they know all that shit was just a lie because they found out the truth about this person. They finally found out the truth. How this person was sitting here coming up with I got the master plan to try and overtake somebody, overpower somebody. They thought they was like, yeah, we're going to overpower this person. We're going to get this, switch this, do this destiny swap. I'm going to be in this person's position. But now they see that it's not happening. Instead of them trying to figure out their own position in life, they're trying to see how they can get in and take over yours. Well, you ain't never been happy trying to be nobody else. And guess what? They cannot take yours over. You got your shit on lock, baby. You ready to whoop ass and take name. They cannot do anything. You the one that got the gift. You the one that got the inheritance. You the one that got the money. You are the matriarch. This is what they wanted to do, being the matriarch. This is why this person lied on you. This is why Archangel Michael had to come and expose the truth about this person and exactly what they was trying to do, how they was trying to strike against you. They didn't want you to be the one. They wanted it to be anyone else but you, because they had spent their entire life, your entire life, lying about you. So if they spent your life lying about you and then you rise up to be the number one, that make them look really stupid. And right now, they're looking really stupid and they acting like their feelings is hurt. Now they want to play victim mode. Now they want to play victim mode. You know, they knew that this day was coming for the longest. They knew this day was coming for the longest. That you was going to sit on your spiritual throne. They couldn't stop this. They could not stop this. That you was going to be sitting on your spiritual throne. You was going to reach your potential, your full potential, and you was going to receive your spiritual gift. That's why this person started as you was just a child. This person knew even whenever y'all was still young, they still made a mistake. They still regretted the shit that they was doing. But for whatever reason, this person couldn't get it through their thick head that they could have just stopped. It's like they felt like they was in too deep. Now they in real deep. You talk about deep now, they in so deep. And they wish they would have just stopped. They wish they would have stopped a long time ago. Because they got a lot of karma to pay. It's like when you see that you fucking up, instead of keep going in the same direction, turn the page. Yes, turn the page. You can stop fucking up at any time that you choose to. Someone understands they broke spiritual laws. And they don't know what the consequences of those are. All of that trying to trick somebody about some damn money, about they got the best plan, they got this, they got that. Trying to trick somebody out their spot, only to find out that shit was not going to work at all, ever. God has the master plan. This person should have sat down somewhere. Somebody was trying to hold back and not expose that they was a hidden enemy. You know, somebody trying to hold your money back. You know, I'm telling you, this person, there was a lot that this person didn't see. There was a lot this person didn't take into consideration when it came to you. And one of the things is that God and Archangel Michael, neither one of them play about you. They stay on the ready. See, they didn't know God's plan for you. God had his own plan for you because you are his star. Not just you are his star, but God's plan for you is that you are to go up and you are to heal people, reminding people the strength, the courage, that they need to have that self-love, reminding people that they can choose to write their own book and change the page and write a different story and evolve and grow and ascend and become who they always wanted to be and not who someone else said that they were. It's not who somebody said that you are. That's not who you are. Who you are is who you aspire to be, who you take the steps to be, who you are consciously aware of you are turning into being and becoming. Looking at positive role models in your life and saying, I appreciate this quality and this quality and this quality and this quality, not molding yourself after any one person, but adopting different qualities from different people that you admire so that you can be the person that you are. They couldn't destiny swap with you. All they could do was get themselves stuck trying to come up after you because they didn't know that you had the secret power. You have that secret gift. And what is that? The ability to let it all go. All of it. To turn around, to walk away and say, okay, this is the sand and the line. You made that judgment call. It was not easy. This was a difficult decision. This was a difficult decision, but you knew the truth about the harm that someone was purposely trying to bring you. All for the greed of money. That was it. Yeah, somebody didn't realize that they broke spiritual laws against one of God's earth angels. And they've been doing this for a while. I just heard hell to pay. They have hell to pay. Meaning that they don't have, they're not repaying God. Mm-mm. The shit that they did, they have to repay the devil. That's what I'm saying. This person got hell to pay. And they fucked up. All because they thought they had this cute little good idea. Something to keep you stuck. Something to keep you fucked up. Something so that you was never going to succeed. But lo and behold, the wheel of fortune and how it's turning. God said, I don't want your little pennies. You ain't paying me. He said, Satan, that's yours. And everybody else that was involved. Everybody else that thought that they was going to take a piece of that pie too. Everybody else that thought that they was going to put their little greedy, greasy, stinky, ain't wash their hands after they just finished taking the shit fingers in your pie. They thought they was going to, they getting a piece of this too. They also have hell to pay for trying to be a part of this destiny swap that failed. Listening to this motherfucker. Not just that one, but I feel like because I seen this Queen of Wands, she keep poking her ass around with her little fish smelling cootie cat. I think it's both of them. They was both in on it. They're both, one had a plan for the money, the other had a plan for something else. Maybe your relationships. I don't know. Confirmation. Damn. Oh, you're so welcome, AJ Craft. My pleasure. What's the message? Mm-hmm. See, it's like somebody, They started something, not knowing that you was going to be the victorious one, you know, and then you were still going to be getting the gift. Somebody started something, but they were so young, they were so immature. They wasn't well equipped. They didn't know how much power you had behind you. They didn't know that you was already sitting head and shoulders above everybody else. You was always going to be the victor in here, and you was always this one going to end up with the gift. I'm telling you, I told you. Here's that other person. She was in on it too. This one was maybe even worse than the other one. This one do some nasty shit to you. Just evil shit for no fucking reason. Waking up feeling evil, trying to take it out on you. Like you was the emotional punching bag. If anything went wrong in that person's life, they looked to blame you. If anybody else failed, they said it was because of your fault. If something went bad for somebody that they really cared about, they tried to turn that shit around and put it on you. That's okay. Because that person, confirmation, like I said, this person broke a spiritual law too. And this person know it because this person came after your relationships. Didn't I just say that? One was the money, the other was relationships. This one came after your relationships. And this one, oof, it's like a one particular relationship, that one from way back when. They can't let this shit go. They can't get that shit out their head. No matter where they go, no matter where they move, no matter how they try to move, no matter what, spirit keep bringing that shit back around. Spirit keeps bringing that shit back around. You know how they trying to hold something back and not talk about it and hold it to themselves like they don't see it, like spirit ain't waving that cup. Remember this about this emotional thing, remember this, and they trying to look away like, oh, I don't see it, I don't see that, no, like they trying to hold something in. That whole plan is gone. What's the message? Mm-hmm. You know, and it's so funny now because everyone is looking at you. Like I said, they seeing you for who you are. They're recognizing that you was an earth angel, and you always brought the love, the joy, you was always trying to uh be sweet with everybody. This has been you since you was a child. You was always trying to be the one that, oh, to make everyone feel okay, and this, that, and the other, to make sure that people were taken care of. You've always been like that. And now somebody is finally like having a wake-up call. They're having to be they're in a timeout. They're having to look at things totally differently. And like I said, waiting for some ship to come in, waiting for something to happen. But they know about these lies. These lies are about to be exposed. They know it. And they know that once the lies are exposed, you may walk away for good. Because you'll see that person is just a hidden enemy. The truth about this person, who this person truly is in their heart. And now this person is upset that They didn't heal. They didn't try to grow. They didn't try to ascend. But they tried to hold you down. That this person found any way to try and bring any type of strife to your life. Anyway, even if you was having a good day, this person wanted to come in and fuck it up. They didn't even want you to, they didn't even feel like you deserved to have a good day. hmm But you've actually been a loner for a long time. You've actually done your own thing for as long as you can remember. You haven't had to feel like you needed to count on anyone for your emotional self, for your mentals. Yeah, you went through yours. You went through yours. Everybody goes through theirs. But you've been independent for a long time. And they can't take that away. They can't step on your toes. They can't bully you anymore. They can't pressure you anymore. They can't make your heart rate go fast anymore. They can't make you lose a sleepless, have sleepless nights anymore. They can't do none of that anymore. And they see all of that. They're looking. And they're upset about it. Especially her. She's really upset because you called her ticket. You said exactly who she was, exactly what she did. This is why the wheel of fortune started turning in your favor. This is why everyone started seeing you as the matriarch. This is why your ancestors chose you, because they knew that other person was not up to it. That other person was not fair. That other person was never going to give you your just due or even be honest or fair to you. And now it's that other person that's fucked up because they know all of this that they're going through, it's all because of them. It's all because of what they wanted to do. And you know what? This asshole sitting here thinking about all the love, all the possibility and how much you just gave to them, how much you love them and everything, and then trying to think, is there some way for them to come in and talk to you and maybe hash this out, and maybe that y'all can start over, and you would know that they was trying to battle you for your gifts. Maybe there would be some way that they could send some sort of communication and still get the wish fulfillment. Still be able to take what from you, and you wouldn't even know, because they would just be sitting here trying to like hide something behind the curtain. Like they give you whatever you want, but really they working against you. But Spirit said, no, not today. Not this time. Not any longer. And not no more. Your days of playing in this one's energy is over. It's like somebody couldn't see, but now they see, because they're not making amends to you. They're not even asking forgiveness. They did ask forgiveness of God. But now this person realizes the scariest part of all is they got hell to pay. They sitting here watching you be great. Because they know you deserve this, because this entire time they were out for your blood. This is somebody who feels intimidated and small. They was gossiping about you. But even the gossip don't sound right. Even the gossip don't make sense. Nobody's believing the gossip any longer. Because they're looking at you and they see that that gossip is not true. Because you know what? You've been on this spirituality tip now. Yes, you can't make this up. Psychic, spiritual, highly intuitive. You've been on that spirituality tip now. And people see that whenever it comes to you battling, you beat the dog shit out the devil. They know that that trust is gone. And I know as far as you cannot be stopped. And they know that karma cannot be stopped. Something about that Lionsgate portal that happened back on 8/8. And now they feel stupid. Because they tried to access your Akashic records. I'm telling you, they lied in court. Somebody, they have committed a spiritual atrocity. They didn't think that you would ever make it, that you would ever ascend. People are sitting here calling this person a dog, damn mangy dog. And you won because you always chose you. That's why you won. That and your soul tribe was to the rescue. Anything else? Yep, you did this return to center times 10. And it was their lie, but you knew it was your life. And so you was not going to allow them to bamboozle you. You was following your north node. Never say never. Someone said they'll never be able to do that. They'll never be able to do that. Well, never say never. Now this person is trying to talk about, oh yeah, I kind of felt like they would get that. So now this person is being a straight up hypocrite. You know, because it's like not you, not who you thought they was. This person didn't see you. You were not who they thought you were. Something about your sixth house of health, wellness, and daily routine. You know, this person is very timid. It's like somebody fucked up and they was too scared to make it right back then. So instead of them making it right back then when they first fucked up, they continued to fuck up and now they need your help. But they're scared. But you need to let that person know the only scary step is the first one. You know? They know that you are getting something that you want because you are covered by God. This is somebody that could have a U, V, W, or X. First, middle, or last name. And they put you down because it's how they feel about themselves. That was it. That's all they did. And that was why. They felt shitty about themselves. So, like I said, you was the emotional punching bag. And the one that was saying it was the biggest hoe. Always had her legs up. Favorite letter in the alphabet, the letter B. Represent her legs always up in the sky. Laying on her back. The biggest hoe was the one who had the most to say about you. Don't even worry about it, because prosperity comes to you. This person knows there's a beat down coming, and their name is at the top of that fucking list. All right, y'all. The book is closed. I'm going to leave it for right now. It's almost 9 o'clock my time. I'm going to do my straight eights, and then we'll be back this evening about 6:30 Pacific time, 9:30 Eastern time, so we can have our VIP sip and see contest to draw the winner for today. All right, and then the actual VIP event is going to be on the 26th, the following Friday. So we will see you this evening, and that's Red Violet, J Mike, and myself. Thank you so very much. We love you all. We appreciate the support. If you have not had an opportunity to subscribe, please do so. We're a very inclusive and very interactive team, and we love you. Have a great day.